Hi, I'm Keith Ferrazzi, and I'm one of the hosts of Big Task Weekend. First of all, congratulations for being invited to Big Task. Big Task is a group of 150 of the most powerful and influential individuals in the world dealing and recognizing that big societal change, major trends in shareholder value or society can only happen and occur through collaborative action, through real coming together and actually making these decisions and incubating these ideas and these initiatives. If you want to learn more about Big Task, there's another video that I suggest you look at, which is either in this email or on the website. And with that, you can actually learn more about the actual event. But right now, I want to focus specifically on the room that you were invited to, which is near and dear to my heart, which is the future of learning in organizations. By the way, there are other rooms as well. There's at least 5 or 6 other major rooms dealing with issues of health and wellness, with Dr. Oz's Health Core and education reform and what's going on with the world's 2,000 worst schools, and looking at issues that range from financial literacy to a number of different things. So again, take a look at what's going on there. But for you and the future of learning, let me drive home one particular point that's very important. The world is changing radically, and you know this. You know this because you're feeling it personally if you're watching this video. The way of work is changing. Work is becoming more virtual than ever before, making the relationships and the informal learning more challenging than ever before. The work is changing from the perspective of collaboration. There's increased collaboration and influence required in the working process, which actually provides great opportunities for rich learning experiences, but they're different than they were before. Also, that from a work perspective, work is becoming flatter. There's less time for managers in the front line to spend the time that they used to coaching individuals, leaving individuals thirsting for a learning path that doesn't exist in the way that it used to. So what's the solution? Well, the solution often is turned over to HR, and the question is, where in the HR are we going to fix this problem? And the answer is, it's not through greater centralization and control. It's not like a traditional university system. What we've got to do, and this has been developed and designed by you and 60 of your peers in 3 different cities around the country over the last year we've been meeting. And we've been meeting focusing on how do we begin to unleash the future of learning and development and unleash the individual to take control of their own learning roadmap, to take control of their own ability to map and mold through informal relationships and formal relationships, and what the work that they do with their team, and the free and ubiquitous access that they have these days to so many tools. If somebody wants to do a negotiating course, are they going to go to your learning management system first, or are they going to go to Google and type it in there and actually see what's available to them free on YouTube? I mean, things are changing, and we've got to have a fundamentally different strategy to deal with the nurturing nature of HR and what we need to provide as a support mechanism. So the way we're going to do this with this is an understanding. We're going to ask you to read the research. It's no more than a couple of chapters of a book. To ask you to read the research that we've been collecting over the last year and forming with you and your peers. Many of you have actually been involved in this. Then what we're going to do is we're going to ask you to engage in some sharing of some data of your own and some points of view in a virtual forum in advance of actually getting together at the end of September. Once we get together on September 30th, then the real work and the fun happens. And collaboratively, we're going to divide into 5 different question teams. We might be able to be involved in multiple ones, but they're basically very simple. Number 1, we have developed a methodology to unleash the individual's learning roadmap and give them a way in which that they can take control again in their own frontline environments. And you're going to look at that methodology and you're going to wrestle with it and you're going to give it a good kicking and a good set of discussions. The next question is, what's the role of the leader and the team in the process? And then what's your role as an HR executive, or what's our role central to an organization? What is our role in the support and the enablement of this system? Then one of the things we're going to be looking at specifically is the nature of collaborative work and collaboration in the workplace, because the workplace is radically changing to become more collaborative. And now the question is, what does that do to the learning process? We believe it actually creates a richer set of learning opportunities if done well. The final thing we'll be looking at is all of those free and amazing technology tools inside and outside the learning network, inside and outside of our organization and our firewall, that are available to individuals, and put a real roadmap together for an individual's learning pathway through those and enabling tools and technologies. It's a lot of stuff, but what's going to be great about it is coming out, we'll be designing and developing specific pilots that each of us can implement in our own organizations to begin to see whether or not this new mindset, turning on its head the way we thought about learning and development of the past, is going to work for the future. This is particularly exciting, I think, because it is very actionable, it's led by you and your peers, and ultimately it really is the new way, not just the collaborative action that we have coming together, but the way in which you're going to be able to drive these new relationally collaborative tools and methodologies into the hands of your people in the front line. So engage with us, define the future with us, and be a part of you and your peers collaboratively making a difference in the world and in society, as well as your broader group of individuals, these 150 people looking at how they're going to make a difference in their big tasks as well. I look forward to having you join us.